We'd also like to, I haven't done this the last 2 or 3 events, but we'd like to thank Bob Milner, our very special video man. He has a website called Captured Memories, and he does personal history for people. So if you want to have a personal history done, he is your man. Let's go to our next reader, Rosemary Kinder. Come on up.
The music makes me want to just listen to music or dance. I'm a cat lover. I also have a hound dog. So I like the last poems for that specific reference too. I like all of the poems today. And I was supposed to read after you. How come you're not reading today, Jim? James?
I'm sorry.
I was supposed to read after you. Are you not reading today?
Yeah, due to technical glitches. So.
Okay. All right.
Big loss.
All right. No, I think it's a big loss. Okay. I'm a fiction writer normally, but, well, no, I'm a fiction writer all the time, and I'm a poet. I just rarely claim it, but I'm a poet. This is about Southeast Missouri Factory. I like to stay right on time. It's 25 minutes till. I have 10 minutes. I'm going to try to do it. Seamstresses. The mystery of those machines, one giant room of horror. Woman after woman after woman, spools, pyramids of thread, quick snips like heart skips. And outside, the seasons changed, and kids walked home alone. Sometimes the industry of all those hands hummed the streets like music, but stores closed anyhow. Even the town clock stopped. Always at 4:15, the factory door opened, pouring talcum to ladies lusting for labor and quotas. One fan they had for each wall, enough air not to die, enough money not to swoon. They bled and cramped, stitched neat and faster than any union line. They fed their babies, loved their men, punched in each a.m. The whistle blew and life flew. I'll find another one about the boot heel. This was my step-grandmother. I didn't appreciate her until I lost her. It was years later I realized what a woman she was. This is heavy. Even now, in the distance of death, years past, and language to a memory, I cannot address her, but must weave around, trying to find the woman she was. Homely, at least when I knew her, she came as the fourth wife, his old age warmth, companion to his needs. She wasn't as pale as flour, but that white dust coats the hands that I recall, and it clings to a constant apron that dried hands and cushioned sorrows. Surely she owned a dress not made from sacking, one without tiny flowers to mark her feminine, something elegant, dignified, or just decent attire for a woman failed in more ways than one, but loving to the end. He never kissed me, you know. This she said when he died, and just that once, burying the words in a gasp of grief. We didn't hear, or more accurately, we didn't heed. At the time, his death seemed far more powerful than her life. But memory of her kitchen table stretches over 50 years, defying all the laws of physics. Maybe it's the pale mirror of a miraculous presence elsewhere, of course, always elsewhere, and never attainable. It was golden oak, or has become, and thus will ever be, the color of warm honey thinned with sugar. The room still houses, too, cabinet, chairs, lamplight, stove, the latter black and always hot, to last for every biscuit in children's hands. And there's Evie, her white hair twisted high, whisked down, her square, blunt hands clasped nervously, unaccustomed to rest. Her features are vague and elusive. It's too late to seek her expression or forgiveness. She stands forever by the table we didn't share, simple, fine, strong, ready to serve without one kiss, without ever, all these years, eternity, having once been kissed. And this is about a farm. It's how can I make it hold still, that fragile happiness, that poverty so profound it became grace. In photos, we wear dresses without belts or waist. We are barefoot. And Jenny, who would later travel to sing God everywhere, smiles. Betty has shyly hidden that sweet face and skin that even angels would envy. And Annie, the fierce sister, stands alone and longing. Someone must have held the camera. Was it a box? Was the hand my mother's? The film caught a cistern where we sometimes yelled down, caught a barn where loft would someday house the Vitrola, and caught a bit of car where one was never had. I wonder if the photographer knew the beauty that hovered and shimmered just out of memory. Inside a house somewhere near, surely a radio played war tunes. A child napped on a pallet, and maybe breeze moved a curtain. Someone planned dinner, and even the wood breathed. I love Missouri, I guess you can tell. It's a boot heel down around Bloomfield and Sysons before you go into the flatland as you come down from the old fields. And it's called the Highland and the Swamp on top of Crowley's Ridge. That's where I'm from. So this is the last one. My mother had a tree in her front yard, and one year these birds came, and I just read about it. It's God knows about the sparrows. Night comes, and something like sparrows overwhelms the tree. White moonlight, brighter than every lamp in town, can't expose the 1,000 or so small bodies. How have they all gone silent? Not far away the creek smells hot. Fireflies are languid and drenched with summer air. In daylight, our country's flag shows limp from every doorpost. Telephone poles cast shadows and divide streets and houses and yards, such grids of poverty. I used to sit in this very tree and leave notes in knotholes. Now small creatures hold their breaths. And that's enough. Thank you.